Welcome to the Baby Boomer Babe Show with your host, Lady Lou, connecting you with friends, great stories, and wonderful adventures.
Hello, world. This is Lady Lou, the Baby Boomer Babe, coming to you from deep in the heart of Texas. I'm so glad you've joined me for this little adventure. I've titled this one, Some Things This Baby Boomer Gladly Gave Up. You know, being a baby boomer is quite nice. We can do whatever we please, and I love that. So as I was sitting in my doctor's office the other morning, waiting for my appointment, I got to thinking about stuff. You ever do that? Just think about stuff? My fertile little mind is always coming up with all kinds of things, and I had no idea where these things came from. Do you ever do that? Hope so, because I don't want to be the only one that does it. Well, here we go. These are some of the things this baby boomer has gladly given up over the years. Give up number 1. Are you ready? Wearing makeup. Yep. I have almost totally given up wearing makeup, except for special occasions. Yahoo! As I thought about this one, it created such a feeling of liberation for me. Since my 20s, because I was a cosmetician, I felt I had to wear all my makeup every time I left the house, even to just go to the grocery store, for heaven's sakes. Have you ever done that one? No more. Not just a little mascara, but the full regimen. Mascara, eyeliner, eyeshadow, moisturizer, foundation, blusher, and lipstick is what I always had to put on. Whew. Was I vain? No, I think I was. But anyway, I always had to get up at least a half hour earlier to get all this war paint applied. And men wonder what takes us girls so long to get ready. Thank God they don't have to do all that. Maybe we should be men, huh? No, I'm a girl. Anyway, give up number 2. Having to have perfect hair. I was so glad to get rid of this one. But I'm still struggling with it a little bit, as I believe a woman's hair is her crowning glory, as they say. But there are now days when I just put a hat on and say to hell with it. Big floppy-brimmed hats hide a world of bad hair days. And do I have a bunch of floppy-brimmed hats? You may too. Hope so. Good grief. For years, I was certainly anal about this one. My hair is very fine, with some natural curl, just enough so that it likes to do what it pleases, not what I want. Does anyone else have this challenge? One Saturday, years ago, my sister called and asked if I wanted to go shopping. I said sure, but I'd have to get ready first. You know, put on my makeup and fix my hair. Well, my sister arrived before I finished my face and hair. She sat on the bed and we talked as I busily finished fixing my face. Then with my face on, I started combing my hair. When I began teasing my top knot, my sister said, "Are you doing that again?" I replied, "What do you mean, again? I never stopped teasing my hair." I should tell you, my sister wears her thick, heavy hair very short and never has to tease it, as it has lots of body. It seems I was standing behind the door when God passed out thick, heavy hair and long, strong fingernails. My sister got both. Lucky duck. So I finished fixing my hair and then sprayed it within an inch of its life. Gotta keep it from flying away in the wind, right? Huh. Anyway, that brings to mind a cute story about our colorful Texas governor, Ann Richards. Yeah, we had a lady governor. She was elected to only one term back in the early 90s and was such a hoot, irreverent, feisty, and fun-loving. She's a lady after my own heart. She wore her hair in a short, attractive style, and it was snow white, and she always kept it looking perfectly as she was being photographed all the time. She told a reporter one day why her hair was always perfect. It's because it had so much hairspray on it. She actually called it helmet hair. I have laughed about that one because I sometimes have helmet hair too. But it's okay. I'm a baby boomer. We're allowed. I just loved that she did all that. She was so honest. She probably used a half a can of hairspray on it every morning. Okay, here's give up number 3. Wearing high heels. I was really forced to give up wearing high heels because of foot problems. My feet hurt when I wore high heels, probably because of those extreme pointy-toed shoes in style back then. Oh, I loved them, but they didn't love my feet. I was in my early 50s when I began wearing lower heels. Yeah, sturdy, comfortable shoes with a wide heel. I used to call them little old lady shoes. Oops. Guess I'm now officially a little old lady. It's okay. I can live with that, to be able to walk anywhere I want comfortably. No more spiked heels for me. A sad day, but my feet are happy. Here's give up number 4. Having to go shopping and buy all sorts of fancy clothing, accessories, and jewelry just to impress other women. Yes, we ordinary women do dress to impress other women. There are some women who dress to impress men, but generally men don't know one dress from another, nor do they care. They're just happy when we get ready on time. I'm so happy I no longer have to do this one. In fact, it has been about 3 years since I bought anything new except for a couple of sweaters the other day. We had below freezing temperatures in Texas, very rare, and I got cold, and my sweaters are all kind of ratty, so I had to buy a couple of new ones. But that's saving money, and it saves a heck of a lot of time, so I don't have to go shopping. I'll bet there are a lot of you baby boomers out there who also love this one. I think all the retailers out there know about this one, though. Seems they are all geared up to sell stuff to the teens and young working adults. When was the last time you saw any retailer advertise anything for the older generation? Seems like this is a niche market someone needs to fill, huh? Maybe I'll start a designing company and design dresses that fit the mature woman's figure. Call them baby boomer threads. That takes you back to the old pump days, doesn't it? Threads. I've never been one to buy expensive designer clothing or accessories or even expensive jewelry. My philosophy is, I don't want to wear someone else's name on my butt, as in blue jeans. As a younger woman, I saved my money and bought wonderful self-help books and tapes and went to fabulous seminars and workshops. You could say I was a workshopaholic. It was always money well spent. One of these days, I'll tell you all about some of those great programs I studied over the years. They have helped make me who I am today. Here's give up number 5. Having to be vain and pretend I can see just to avoid wearing glasses. Oh boy, I hated glasses. But I was perfectly content to wear glasses and make my life easier by being able to see everything. When I turned 40, I found I could no longer read that darn telephone book. Oh, what a sad day. That was my first crisis with my eyes. Well, let's face it, the phone book is probably of a tiny size 6 font, maybe even smaller. They cram so many numbers on one page, you have to read it with a magnifying glass. For over 15 years, I wore 1.5 strength readers, very mild. That was okay. Then as I aged and diabetes took its toll on my eyes, I had to increase the strength of my readers. Last year, I finally topped out at the 4.5 strength. They were actually hard to find locally. I could always find them on Amazon, and they even have a 5-point strength. Oh, that was too strong. Weird. I am happy to report, as of the first 2 weeks of November in 2014, I no longer need to wear glasses. I am jumping up and down with joy. I had cataract surgery on both eyes. I had no idea this would be so wonderful. Even though I actually dreaded the surgery, I went through with it. Well, after all, it is my eyes, and they're so tender, and I was kind of scared. But if you're in that position and need cataract surgery, I urge you to find a good doctor like I did and go and have it done. It does not hurt. It takes your eyes a little time to recover, a week or two, and they do it back to back. Mine were just 1 week after the other. They did my left eye first, and I didn't really notice much difference because there's a blob in the area of my pupil, and it doesn't allow me to see that well through that left eye. So the next week, the surgeon planned to do the right eye. While I was waiting for my turn in the operating room, a nice older religious-type man came into the room to visit with me. The nurses called him Brother, so I guess he was a layperson. He was there to do a little work of the Lord for my pre-surgery. He asked why I was there, and I told him cataract surgery. He said he had also done this, and now had one eye with distance vision and one eye with near vision. He was very pleased with the results. Well, my sister-in-law was sitting there listening to him, and she piped up and said she'd had the same surgery done, but her eyes have never worked properly, and she was very unhappy with those results. I didn't know this, so now I'm all upset and worried. What if this happens to me? Yikes! A short time later, the nurse came in and wheeled me down the corridor to the operating room. There I am, all prepped for surgery and all worried. I have to tell you, I was about ready to get up and run away. Then the doctor came in. Here I am, lying on the operating table, and I flat out asked him what kind of lenses was he getting ready to put in my eyes. Remember, I still had not noticed any difference in that left eye since it had such poor central vision. But here I am, talking to the doctor like very stern. He said, distance lenses. So I asked, in both eyes? When he said yes, I relaxed and thanked him and just stayed there ready for the surgery. Oh, my God, you don't know how much that eased my mind. He said he felt that the distance glasses would be the best for me because he had talked to me before at a pre-op visit, but we hadn't talked about any of this. Thankfully, he's such a skilled surgeon, he knew what my eyes needed. After the surgery, he put a patch over my right eye, and I went back to my brother and sister-in-law's home to spend the night recovering. The next day, I went back to his office, and he removed the patch, and my brother and his wife drove me home. I rested a few hours and then turned on my computer to see if I had any important emails. If you're into computers, you know that's about the first thing we people do is check our computers and see who sent us an email. When the screen came on, I automatically put on my 4.5 readers. What? I could not see anything but a blurred screen. Oh, my goodness, what has happened to me? The doctor messed up. That was my first thought. I was shocked, to say the least. Thought the surgery had failed. So I quickly took the glasses off. And imagine my surprise when I could see everything on the screen. It was a miracle. I had my sight back. I could even read size 11 font, but I enlarge it just a little bit so I don't have to strain my new eyes. I don't even have to wear my distance glasses for driving anymore. I can see again. This has given me my freedom and my life back. Thank you, God. Well, I'll end today with the first 5 items this baby boomer has gladly given up and continue with more another time. Hope you've enjoyed my little stories and will tell all your friends to come join me here on Spreaker. They can listen anytime, and it's free. The link again is www.spreaker.com. Spreaker, Spreaker.com/show, SHOW/The Baby Boomer Babe, and each of those words has a hyphen in between them. The hyphen baby hyphen boomer hyphen babe. This is Lady Lou, the Baby Boomer Babe, who can now see, saying goodbye for now. See you soon.
Stay tuned for each episode to discover the new experience in building fun and community.